Work Boxing. About to hit you every weapon under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I thank y'all for tuning in. Got to talk about some boxing today. Got to talk about Tevin Farmer, one of the fighters that I like, I enjoy watching. To me, one of the slickest defensive fighters in the game right now. It's going against Mickey Bay, I think August 12th. This fight will happen in Arizona. Both of these guys former champions. Both of these guys don't have a lot of knockouts. I say they both don't have a lot of power. But at the end of the day, I think that will be a good fight. Two black fighters that will be entertaining. Neither one of these guys are past their prime. Tevin Farmer, recently lost. The last fight he lost was, I think, to JoJo Diaz when he held the IBF title. But he is back now, working over there with DAZN, with Eddie Hearn. He was able to get that bag. Tevin Farmer, he getting that bag, y'all. This man got a trucking company now, fighting back to back. At that time, I think Tevin Farmer fought like 3-4 times back to back, 5 times in 1 year. So he was really on that paper chase. Shout out to Tevin Farmer, shout out to Mickey Bay as well. We all know about Mr. Mickey Bay exposing what went on with Floyd Mayweather over there with Mayweather Promotions, how he was getting treated over there. Said money was getting stole from him from Floyd Mayweather's cousin. I think right now at this point, though, he has his own promotional company he's starting called the Bay Brothers Promotions or something similar to that name. And that's good. You will need people who have been scarred in the sport of boxing, who behind the scenes for the younger guys coming up so they could treat them guys right. That's one of the bad things about the sport that we love so much, man, is that a lot of people get did very wrong in this sport. It's one of the dirtiest sports out there. Ain't no government, what they call a government or anything that controls boxing or commissions or nothing like that really control boxing and help you. So, that's the sad part about it. But hopefully that'll stop happening when we get fighters like Mickey Bay and other fighters who are really there to help these fighters. But this fight is going to be real good. I can't say really who's going to win it. I haven't watched that much of Mickey Bay before. I have watched Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer, like I said, is very slick as a defensive fighter. I think it's going to be very difficult for Mickey Bay to even, go out there and try to get off on Tevin Farmer due to the fact that he's so slick. But Mickey Bay been around for a long time. I think like a 14-year veteran in the game, former champion himself. Last person he fought was Kambosos Jr. That ended in a split decision. Some say Mickey won, some say Mickey didn't. But Mickey is back, and this is going to be a hell of a fight. This will be at lightweight, 135. So, we still got some contenders out there that people should be trying to face instead of going after each other's leftovers, shall I say, because that's all it looked like the lightweight division is doing. Everybody wants to fight somebody who somebody else already fight. I want to see some new blood. I want to see somebody challenge themselves. Everybody stop calling out Isaac Cruz. Leave Isaac Cruz alone. Fight each other. That's what I'm trying to see. But it's good to know that there are more names coming back to that division, to put a spark in it. Because like I said, we done seen the fighting the same opponents. We even got JoJo Diaz right now saying that he wants a rematch with, not a rematch, that him and Ryan Garcia has unfinished business. What business is that? I don't know, because they didn't do nothing but talk at one point. So I guess it was a lot of trash talking that must have hit somebody hard, because JoJo say he still want to fight Ryan Garcia, which is good, because if Ryan Garcia can't get the Tank fight, or that doesn't fall through, he can go and fight JoJo. Even though JoJo is a leftover of Devin Haney, JoJo still is a name, a realistic good name at 135, former champion himself. So I'd like to see JoJo Diaz versus. Also, JoJo is a southpaw too. So by JoJo being a southpaw, that could help him even more with going up against a fighter like Tank. JoJo got that Mexican style gonna be in his chest, like Tank gonna be in his chest, in my opinion. Gonna really have to guard his chin that night against JoJo, because JoJo gonna bring it. He brought it with Devin Haney. I don't see why he's not gonna bring it with Ryan Garcia. But two different fighters, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Not Ryan Garcia, but JoJo Diaz and Devin Haney. But I still like to see that fight between them two, though, but not right now. I want to see them go against newer and fresher opponents. But yeah, that's going down. And August 12th, Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay. Now, also, y'all, as we're on the channel, we just don't have to talk about that. Like I said, there's more boxing talk. But I'm going to have to get y'all to help me go into that, because so far as I've seen the sport of boxing, ain't too much to really talk about. I looked on there today, I seen Big Baby Miller is back. Big Baby Miller just won. He's 2-0 on his comeback. Thank God for that. Big Baby Miller was going through a lot. Considering him losing them $6 million. From what I understand, they say his wife left him and many more things happened to him. So it's good to have Big Baby Miller back in the sport of boxing. A lot of fights was lined up for that man. I wanted to see him fight Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua. He had it, but in my opinion, Big Baby Miller just didn't believe in himself enough. Because why would you on your biggest payday go and put 3 different steroids in your body, thinking you wasn't going to get tested going against one of the highest paid boxers out there? Come on now. You knew they was going to drug test you. But shout out to Big Baby Miller. He back in the game. I'm looking to see what Deontay Wilder coming back at. I keep hearing Deontay Wilder from people saying that Deontay Wilder says he's going to come back. But I'd like to see a video of him personally saying, I'm coming back to the sport of boxing, this, that, and the other. As far as, that's why I don't really like to go in on them videos like that, because, it's nothing more than hearsay and wordplay. Like, we're not behind the scenes. We don't really know what's going on at the end of the day. But, let me see. Hearing rumors, Wilder, Robert Helenius are supposed to fight in October, but nothing real yet. That'll be nice, to see him back in there against Helenius, tall fighter. Not a pushover for real. Even though I think, didn't Andrew Ruiz beat Helenius? That's how he got the AJ fight. I think that's how Andrew Ruiz beat him. But that'll be a good fight for Wilder coming back, to see where Wilder's at. I keep seeing that Tyson Fury is pushing for Deontay Wilder to come back. Could that be guilt from Tyson Fury or something? But I see Tyson Fury always gives Deontay Wilder credit. He always says something like, behind me, there is no better champion at the heavyweight division than Deontay Wilder. And I kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? Even though the situation happened of the first fight, but I like the fact that he always acknowledges Deontay Wilder, his power, and what he can bring to the sport of boxing. So that it takes a real man to do that well. In Fury's case, it could be guilt, from knowing what he did, but I'm not talking about the second fight. Third fight was fair and square to me. The second fight, can't say. People was talking about water being poisoned. I can't say what happened. But I know for a fact that first fight, he cheated. And they cheated for him. He was knocked out. It's the standing 8 count, not standing 10 count. And he was still trying to get up at 8. So he lost that fight. But I'd like to see Wilder come back and reinstate himself back into the sport of boxing, get his name back out there, because when Wilder was out there, we loved it, man. When Wilder was out there, we loved it. We love boxing. You can't wait to see or hear about Deontay Wilder fight, in which I think they knocked Deontay Wilder off the throne because he was finna take over the sport of boxing. I think Fury wants that matchup again. I think he likes the easy win and the attention he gets off it. I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't be any reason to fight Deontay Wilder again. I mean, he would knocked him out twice. He stopped him twice. So, to me, it's more to it than that. To me, it's more to it than that. The way them two went at each other, to me, it has to be guilt on mine. I think it's something guilty about it. I think it's something, he has some point of guilt in his mind about what happened between him. I never seen a fighter do another fighter like that. And just come back out and now you throw him up on the pedestal. I think it's a form of guilt. That's what I think. That's what I think. Just my opinion. But it's a lot going on. The biggest thing going on, we go into that all the time. Everybody's waiting on the headline for that. I should go tonight. I should go live tonight. I'd like to. I appreciate if y'all come on. You gotta find something to talk about in this sport of boxing, because when in between fights, it don't be really nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? The only upcoming fight we got coming is Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez. Elevating Wilder's status to make. Oh, I like that. I see what you're saying. That's a good point of view on that True Speaker, saying that basically, he putting him on the pedestal. So if they fight for a fourth time, people be like, well, he said Wilder's something special. Wilder's the best second heavyweight and this, that. And I see what you're saying. That's good manipulation. That's a good way to play the game. I like that. That's nice. And people will fall for it. They can do like Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez, have 4 fights. Which that been going on, like I said, for a long time. Back in the day, fighters used to fight each other 5-6 times. So a lot of people think that's new in this era, but it's not. They used to do it a lot back in the day. Yeah, I'm just trying to make conversation. Nothing going on. Ruiz versus Ortiz is coming. Ruiz versus Ortiz. One thing I like about that fight is that if Ortiz wins that fight, it makes a lot of people shut up about Wilder fighting Ortiz them years ago. You know, if he goes out there and knocks out Andrew Ruiz, what will people have to say then? Because you bashed the hell out of Deontay Wilder for fighting Luis Ortiz twice when no other heavyweight has even chose or tried to fight him. But my bad, because my boy D-Town, if he watching, if he be on, D-Town has told me that there have been situations where, who we talking about? Where Ortiz has turned down fights. They said for a fact, this is just wordplay. This ain't proof. I ain't got no proof on it, but I've heard that Ortiz has turned down certain fights. But at the same time, if he beats Andrew Ruiz, it does shut a lot of the Wilder naysayers up. Because y'all say he was too old back then. So he's even older now. So if he goes and beats Andrew Ruiz up, give the man his credit, give the man his praise. He's the only one with a name that stepped in the ring with Luis Ortiz and stopped the man twice. So you got to give him his credit. You got to give him a shout out to Luis Ortiz. I like Luis Ortiz, Southpaw Cuban fighter, excellent skills. No matter what his age is, if he knock out Andrew Ruiz and when they fight, give Wilder his credit, please. Give the man his credit. He deserved that. He deserved that. It's crazy because everyone said Wilder was a bomb squad garbage, but when Fury beats him, he's the best. Yeah, that is crazy. That's a real contradiction in itself, you know. Wilder was a bomb, Wilder was nobody, but when Tyson Fury beat him, they gave him the world. You know, Earth became Tyson Fury's. That's a good point, and it's the truth. Wilder's a bomb. Mr. Windmill, that's what they call him. Say he don't throw number windmills. Then Tyson Fury go and beat him. Tyson Fury, the greatest heavyweight. Tyson Fury, the greatest heavyweight ever lived now. But I told y'all, I made this video way before he beat Wilder. Tyson Fury was going to be, well, if he still continues to fight, I don't know why he doesn't want to fight anymore. If he continues to fight, he's going to be undisputed. Usually AJ don't take no chance. I mean, they don't have a chance. They stand no chance, y'all. Wilder was the most dangerous heavyweight out there, and look what he did to Wilder. AJ, who getting beat up by a cruiserweight shorter than him, he gonna beat Fury? No. Usyk, former cruiserweight, Tyson Fury gonna beat both of them. That ain't no chat, bro. Especially Usyk. Usyk, okay, Usyk has no chance. Joshua, I just give him a slight chance, somewhat like I did Wilder. All right, but other than that, AJ gonna get beat up too. AJ gonna get knocked out too. He can't handle a cruiserweight. What make people think he's gonna beat Tyson Fury? Another fighter that can fight just as well as Usyk, and bigger, heavier, and has knockout power with that weight he gonna put on him. People are crazy. People crazy. But what y'all think about the Mickey Bay fight and Tevin Farmer? Y'all ain't said nothing about that fight. That fight coming up soon, y'all. Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay. I mean, ain't too much to say about it. I know these ain't no, you know what I'm saying, what we should say, highlighted fighters, limelighted fighters right now. But at the end of the day, you know, we still get to get some boxing out of them. And I'm happy that Tevin Farmer is also back in the sport of boxing. I like Tevin Farmer. I like the character of Tevin Farmer as a person. Comes across as a humble guy. I like that. Mickey Bay as well. Mickey Bay, a humble guy. You know, so that's going to be a good fight. Leaning towards Tevin. I'm leaning towards Tevin, too. I think that defense. One thing I will not expect in this fight is a knockout. Tevin Farmer is 30-5 with 6 knockouts. Mickey Bay is like 20-something, 23-something, and 3 with, I think, 10 knockouts, somewhere like that. So it's not going to be a knockout in this fight. This is going to be a fight that's just strictly about skills and, you know, just a good boxing match. Nah, he ain't retire. After he lost his title, I guess he just went and sat down for a minute, you know, got things together. Like I told you, he a businessman now. Shout out to Tevin Farmer. He went and got him a trucking company. So, you know, just took him a little break. But I'm happy to have him back. I'm happy to have him back. He also a fighter that done been through, you know, shall I say, street stuff. You know, he got shot in his hand at a family barbecue or something like that. You know, Jose Benavidez, he got shot. Terrence Crawford been shot before, which a lot of people don't know Terrence Crawford been shot before. I think Farmer will win. Yeah, I'm going with Farmer all the way on that too. So it's a lot of these fighters out there that done took these bullets. Tevin Farmer got shot in his hand though, which I thought that was going to end his career, but it did not, by the grace of God. You know, I wonder if that's going to be a injury of his or a problem of his later on in his career about that gunshot wound. But so far, so good. So keep doing your thing, Tevin. And y'all, I can't wait to see this fight going on. But y'all, we talking about more than this fight. Y'all see the title of the video. It say boxing talk and more. So whatever y'all want to talk about, bring it up and we're going to talk about that. All right? Garcia. Which one? Danny or Ryan? Also, I asked everybody on the channel, please, if you can, subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that like button and notification bells. Also, donate to the channel, baby. Go to Cash App, go to PayPal. Everything is available there if you want to show the channel some love. I would truly appreciate you. Montana Love versus Ryan Garcia. Yeah, a lot of people keep saying about Montana Love. Montana Love just recently got a title or something like that, a regular belt or something in it. What's up with you, Tony Montana? What's up? Oh, Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia finna get beat up. Finna get knocked out on the 30th. Not a hater of Danny's. I like Danny Garcia. Nothing against Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia stands no chance, in my opinion, against Jose Benavidez Jr. I don't know why they took that fight. Danny is a beast. I done heard about Danny. I done saw Danny. Said Danny hit you so hard, make your feet numb. But he better make Jose Benavidez feet numb, because if he don't, Jose Benavidez is finna beat him up very badly, y'all. Danny has one of the best chins. Yes, he does. I'd be lying if I didn't say Danny Garcia didn't have a chin. But you got to remember this too. Danny going up to 154. Danny is going up to 154. Now, he was already, Danny Garcia was the gatekeeper at 147. People need to stop trying to put it on Sean Porter. It was not Sean Porter. Sean Porter beat him. Now, I have no doubt in my mind, if Danny Garcia would have fought Terrence Crawford, he'd have got beat up again. See, that's another thing he's really doing, too. He challenged all the other welterweights, but he ain't challenged Terrence Crawford. Danny is naturally bigger. If Danny's naturally bigger, why was he getting beat up at welterweight? Danny's short, too. Danny short too. And like I said, people talking about Jose Benavidez, talking about from that leg injury, he went 12 rounds with Terrence Crawford before getting knocked out. That leg kind of healed up. That leg healed up. And he went 12 rounds on the so-called bad leg, they said. So imagine what he finna do to Danny Garcia. And him and his daddy keep talking about, oh, we got to make a statement this fight. We must make a statement this fight. They going to make that statement. What? He going to be the first person to knock out Danny Garcia. Watch. Oh, and Danny Garcia is a hell of a... He has great timing. Danny Garcia has great timing. That's another thing about Danny Garcia. Flat-footed. All the times I've seen him really move in a fight was when he fought Matisse, like I said. So Danny can become another fighter if he needs to, but career, I don't see it. At this point in his career, I don't see it. Danny a gatekeeper and Sean Porter. See, y'all, I'm tired as hell. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't pronounce my words right. Sean Porter, a journeyman. Danny was the closest to beating Keith Thurman in his prime, remember? Yeah, I mean, that was a tough fight between him, but he didn't come out on top. Danny ain't been coming out on top in a lot of his fights. So I think the 154, what they acting like it's going to erase the losses. Moving to 154 ain't finna change nothing. That just means he got to go up there against bigger fighters. And he was losing to fighters that was his size. No. Now, AB is back at 140. That's something that surprised me. I thought the Omar Figueroa fight was going to be at 147. Oh, yeah, so that brings... The lightweight division is getting stacked again, y'all. We got AB back, Tevin Farmer, Mickey Bay. There's a lot of names to choose from now. You see what I'm saying? A lot of names to choose from. Wish Tank and AB weren't so close. We could get to say Adrian Broner versus Tank. Yeah, Keith, I don't know why they be acting. They didn't forgot about my boy Keith Thurman, but it's all good. Because I know Keith, if Keith gonna make y'all remember his name, baby. They gonna remember Keith Thurman. They gonna remember my boy. Yes, I keep telling people that, free mind. Danny gonna get touched up. I'm thinking this is the first time Danny gets stopped. A prime AB whoops everybody at 135. And Shakur. A prime AB. Nah, he don't beat everybody. I don't see him beating everybody. He probably beat some of them. He can big boy some of them, but he ain't gonna beat all of them. Yeah, they gonna learn about Keith Thurman, man. Y'all gotta quit playing, sleeping on my boy Keith. Now, I don't believe Adrian Broner beat everybody at 135, nah. I think he'll beat Devin Haney up. I think a lot of them would be scared to even challenge AB though. Now you talk about a chin. That's a guy with a chin right there, Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner has a great chin. I got 8 people on. Can I get 8 likes, please? Please hit the like button if you're watching. As soon as you come on the channel, please hit the like button if you can. Please hit that like button if y'all will. AB beats Loma, Shakur. I know he'll beat Loma. All you gotta do really is body attack Loma. But see, Adrian Broner, he gotta get this rust off him too. That's one thing we ain't really said about this fight, the ring rust. And he going against a smaller version, Marcos Maidana, of artificially flavored Marcos Maidana. So he gonna have to be on his A game, y'all. What you mean he's suspect? He gonna have to be on his A game. Cause Omar Figueroa, he coming out there putting that head down, and he's slanging them all night. So I hope Broner been working on creating distance, counter punching, uppercutting. What's good with you, Warren? Amir Khan took a lot of shots from McDonald. Yeah. At least he didn't quit like Victor Ortiz did, though. McDonald make Victor Ortiz quit. Had Victor Ortiz talking about some, man, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't think I should be taking this kind of damage. Shook Victor Ortiz up. Like, it's certain fights that really made McDonald. Victor Ortiz, that fight made McDonald. If he would have beat McDonald, AB would be... What you mean? Hold a little bit. You saying if he beat McDonald and beat everybody else and he was undefeated? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, if he beat McDonald and remain undefeated till right now, Adrian Broner would be the biggest star of boxing. Adrian Broner would be the biggest star in boxing had he not lost to... He was up there, bro. AB was where Wilder was before Wilder got dethroned. If not a little bit more than Wilder. AB was up there. Because they wanted that Floyd Mayweather money back so bad that they was pushing AB up there. They was pushing AB up that pedestal. And he was rising, bro. That man, if he wouldn't have fought McDonald and he still was undefeated, man, Adrian Broner would be the new Floyd Mayweather Jr. People put themselves in place of that boy's life to sabotage him. That's why he be so angry, bro. And he had to be angry at himself too. I know he be mad at himself sometimes, but hey, AB, you can still bounce back and take it over, baby. People fuck up, man. People, I mean, damn, I don't supposed to curse. They won't monetize my video now. I mean, people mess up, you know what I'm saying, bro? You can still bounce back. But had he not lost that fight and still, he'd be the head honcho as far as pay-per-views and all. I mean, look at how we talking about him now. AB done lost, what, 3-4 times back-to-back, 5 times back-to-back, and we still can't wait to see him. So imagine if he was undefeated. That's what I'm talking about, Tony. It's people who set themselves up in that man's life to destroy him. Because that boy shot off like a rocket. Adrian Broner shot off like a rocket. He was finna take over, bro. Yeah, he should stay with Golden Boy. He had a lot of just being young, man. Just being young. And then I think it's a lot of stuff that we don't know about that Adrian don't like to have to deal with in that entertainment game. Like, he come across as a real cat, so it's a lot of stuff that fly over there, and he be like, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was just saying that about Kanye West today. You can't play both sides of the shit, bro. Wilder should have stayed with Golden Boy too. Man, that Al Heyman front money fucked a lot of them up. The Al Heyman front money, that PBC money. I mean, you'd have ran over there too. You'd have ran over there too, bro. You seen that dude passing out them big checks, signing people. Al, Uncle Al, Uncle Al, Uncle Al. You know you gonna run with that money at. That's what I'm saying. This man 1-4-1, and when he boxed, everybody's still waiting on AB. So you say what you want to say about him, you can say whatever about how you lose, whatever. That man is a ticket seller. And if that man would not have lost, he would be the biggest boss in boxing. If Oscar stayed off coke and focused on promotion, he would have had a monopoly by now. Yeah, he had a man. He had a stack of fighters in his promotional company that he was not supposed to lose Canelo. That's what he really messed up at when he lost Canelo. And I believe the hate that, well, not the hate, but the problems that started between him and Canelo is that he pushed Canelo to fight Floyd too fast. And I think Canelo ended up resenting Oscar De La Hoya for that. I think that fight was more of Oscar wanting to see Floyd lose and thought he had a person that could do it. And Canelo wasn't ready. So I think their relationship died out after that fight. I think he was mad about, you pushed me into that fight, man, and this was another level he was on, man. That man was on another level. So I think that's when their relationship went sour with each other. After that fight. It's because where he came from and how much respect he gotten over years. Very entertaining, AB. Yes, he is. Very talented brother. I always say this on every video. Dude went back to his hood, got Robert Easter Jr., Rashid Warren, and made them champions and got him some money. That's a real dude there. That's a real dude there. If I was the one, if they asked me what boxer would I want to meet today, if I had the opportunity, it'll be Adrian Broner. And I like a lot of fighters. Keith Thurman is actually my favorite fighter, but if I had to choose who I could pick to meet, it would be Adrian Broner. He's just a real dude. This dude ain't doing that today, bro. Got the money, got the bread. Nah, that man went back, pulled two of his homeboys out the hood and made them champions, bro. That's too real. That's too real. I don't care what he do. He can go out here and lose the Omar Figueroa in a devastating fashion. I'ma always be an Adrian Broner fan. Period. I don't care what AB do. Besides some, sick stuff, you know what I'm saying, or kill somebody for no reason or somebody. When it comes to boxing, I'm in that dude corner because I know he a real one. Oh yeah, Keith my top two. They don't know nothing about Keith Thurman, man. They don't know nothing about Keith, man. They keep thinking there's a game about Keith Thurman. They don't know nothing about Keith Thurman. They don't know nothing about the one who started it all, baby. True, and AB never ducked anybody. That's right, 00. Gotta give a man his credit. Yeah, I don't like the rapping though. All that. No, I don't like the rapping. I don't like the rapping. Leave the rapping alone. H Money said AB duck Haney. Man, get the hell out of here. Man, get the hell out of here. H Money he better stop. Shout out to H Money. Stop doing that, H Money. So you mean to tell me Adrian Broner go and fight a dangerous fighter like Marcos Maidana, but he a duck, feather-fisted Tevin Haney? I don't think so. That don't make sense. I go and fight a dude that's made people quit in the ring, but I won't go fight feather-fisted Tevin Haney. That don't add up. It don't make sense. Keith Thurman is a beast. I don't see how people sleep on him. People just go off their talk because their favorite fighters be talking trash about Keith Thurman. See, this is the thing. A lot of them ain't never looked at a Keith Thurman fight or know nothing about Keith Thurman background. They don't know nothing about Keith Thurman. Gary Antoine, Haney Duck and Gary Antoine. Antoine at 140. Y'all hit that like button if you're watching. Please hit that like button. They don't look at Keith how he came back on Pac-Man. Pac-Man my top 5. They don't pay no attention to Keith, bro. They don't know about his resumes, Diego Chavez, Soto Carras. They ain't paid attention to none of them fights. Carlos Quintana. They don't know nothing about them fights. They just go off, Errol Spence, and Errol Spence say he don't like Crawford, and then they get on these other channels. Oh, Keith Thurman is washed up. He don't, you know what I'm saying. He stopped being a Haney fan and started rooting for Teofimo Lopez till he lost to George. Yes, Haney is the number one lightweight. Without a doubt. Devin Haney holds all the titles. You ain't no way in hell there's another man before him and he holds all the titles in that division. I don't know where people getting this Tank is number one. Tank ain't number one. Tank ain't got the belts. Now Tank can sell. You can say that he's the number one in that division for selling pay-per-views, but as in top lightweight, hell no. Hell no. Easy, you remember when Keith Thurman didn't quit against Lopez? No, that wasn't Lopez. That was Robert Guerrero when he had that hematoma on his head. Fighting this man head this big in the front, still fight. Still going out there fight. Man, y'all crazy as hell. Talking about Keith ain't about that life. Thurman is dangerous. I want to see him Floyd, but Floyd fought Berto. Yeah, Floyd ducked the hell out of Keith Thurman. He ducked the hell out of Keith Thurman. But keep it real about Keith Thurman being bigger guy, you dig. I respect Bud for that because I kept telling people Keith ain't done. Pitbull beat Tank. I ain't never even really watched that fight, bro. Due to the fact that the competition of what Tank fighting, I don't care to watch nothing Tank. I would never pay for a Tank fight. They trying to blame a lot of stuff on piracy. Piracy is not why a lot of these fights ain't getting bought. They just ain't worth paying for. Stop blaming piracy. It ain't piracy. It's not piracy. People just don't want to pay for that. No, Bud ducking Keith Thurman in my book because he's steady screaming Errol name. I mean, I wouldn't say that. You know, I would say that Crawford is just going for the prize. The prize is to be undisputed. Keith Thurman don't offer nothing at this point. Now, if Errol Spence don't take the fight, then yeah, that's a fight for Terrence Crawford right there. Keith Thurman or one of his mandatories. But I wouldn't say Crawford is ducking Keith Thurman. At this point, Keith don't have nothing to offer. Keith Thurman has to focus on putting himself back in the limelight. That's what Keith got to do. He got to fight a Boots, or he got to fight a Virgil Ortiz. What's this other fighter name I keep hearing that way? Welterweight Stagnion, something like that. He needs one of them type of names like that to bring some spark back into his career, man. Then they'll open up people saying, well, Spence should fight him. You know what I'm saying? Or this person should fight him. But he has to come back up to the top. Right now, nah. Expecting for Crawford to want to fight him, no. You don't have nothing to offer. Only thing he has to offer is his resume. Thank you for the donation, brother. Also, if y'all want to donate to the channel, go to the description. Cash App, PayPal is available in the description. Easy is poor. Easy is not rich. I'm going to keep telling y'all that on every video. I don't care what no Charleston White say or nobody else say. I'm poor. Donate to the channel. Easy. Ryan versus Haney. Who you got? Ryan. Even though Devin Haney, I think, is more superior as a boxer than Ryan, I think Devin Haney will get clipped by him. I think Devin Haney will get clipped by him. You got to remember, Devin Haney be getting hurt. He got hurt by old Linares, bro. Linares' legs are gone. Linares is not the same fighter he used to be, and he almost knocked Devin Haney out. Devin Haney getting out with somebody young and got some power, they gonna knock Devin Haney out, bro. If they're a fighter that can adapt in the ring and get past that jab, which is all he throws, and that right hand, and that counter uppercut sometimes, they're gonna beat the hell out of Devin Haney. And I'm not a hater of Devin Haney. Shout out to him. He the king right now, #1. But he getting out with a fighter, look, all he got to do is get out with a fighter that do this. Do that Mike Tyson duck under and swing. They gonna knock Devin Haney. They gonna knock Devin Haney out. All they gotta do. So you gotta look at Devin Haney, his style and how he fights. Devin Haney puts out so much punch output to stop you from coming in. That's the only reason he keeps that jab and throws punches all night like that, because he don't want you to come in. You gotta disrupt that. You gotta bring him out of his comfort zone. You have to make Devin Haney chase you. He used to fighters just coming towards him all night. No, mess his rhythm up. Switch it up. Go out and attack him early. This is how you beat Devin Haney. This for real how you beat Devin Haney. You start off on your points early. I don't care. You gotta bomb rush him. You gotta hurt him. I don't care. Whatever you gotta do, you make sure you get you 3 rounds on Devin Haney straight. After them 3 rounds, they gonna tell him in his corner, bro, you down in 3 rounds. He got you on 3 rounds. You gotta push the effort. When Devin Haney come towards you and pushing that effort, you relax, you keep your breath, but when he open up, you open up right with his ass. Don't open up until he open up. All you gotta do is clip him. He out. That's how you beat Devin Haney. You don't sit up and keep coming towards Devin Haney. He gonna jab you all night. No, you jump in, you get your rounds early on Devin Haney, and you make him come towards you. And every time he open up, you open up. Every time. And you gonna catch him. That's what I'm saying. All somebody gotta do is he get that fighter come under there like that. Devin Haney knocked out. Is it. The chin, we already seen the chin before. We know the chin ain't no good. We know where it's at. He gonna get knocked out. And I'm not taking nothing away from Devin Haney, man. That chin can't stand up to it. That chin cannot stand up to it, y'all. You know what fight I really do want to see though, bro? I really want to look at Canelo versus Triple G, the 3rd fight. Even though I think Canelo gonna beat the hell out of Triple G. I think Canelo is gonna beat the hell out of Triple G. I've been watching some of their old fights, and Triple G was really on his way out the door when Canelo fought him then. Shakur versus Seikau, of course Shakur will win, but it's better fight than people think. And Triple G old as hell, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really saying. Like, I watched Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G the first fight the other day, and I was like, really, Triple G was shot then. Triple G was shot then, y'all. He just another type of fighter where he could win, but he was out of his prime really then. Or maybe he just looked like it, but I didn't see. So Canelo wasn't doing too much, nor was Triple G. I'm going with Ortiz on that free mind. I'm going with Ortiz on that. Canelo gonna knock him out this time. I think so, bro. If Canelo ain't on no juice, he ain't. Hey, y'all know Triple G ain't playing that shit. You know Triple G gonna test him. That's who got him. That's how he got busted last time fighting Triple G. You know Triple G ain't playing with him. Like, no, test him. No. To this day, I still want to see Canelo versus Andrade. I still want to see it too, but bro, unfortunately, I think that's one we ain't gonna never get. I think that's one we ain't gonna never get, bro. Canelo and got these fans so lost in the sauce. They believe a fighter is horrible when the fighter that they asking to fight them won't fight them. That's just how brainwashed people are nowadays, bro. Listen to what I just said. Canelo has people so brainwashed that he won't fight a fighter that he says is horrible. He said he won't fight a fighter that he says is horrible, and he could have been undisputed twice if he would have fought this fighter. But he a horrible fighter. So, yeah, I don't know what else to tell people, you know. People like, you just a Demetrius Andrade fan. It ain't that deep. It's not that deep. Trust me, it's not that deep. Canelo, the cherry picking king. Man. Honestly, we don't need no Triple G rematch. You can be going out there fighting Benavidez, Charlo, Andrade, but that's what happened when cherry picking goes wrong. When cherry picking goes wrong, that happened to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia went and got beat up by Mauricio Herrera years ago in Puerto Rico, ducking people. He go all the way to Puerto Rico talking about his homecoming and get beat up by a dude. Yeah, go look up that fight. Mauricio Herrera versus Danny Garcia. Beat up Danny Garcia. Outboxed the hell out of him. They still gave to Danny because Danny was the champion. Ken Greenhall, what's up with you, bro? Excuse me. Either you ever noticed Arthur Better Be stopped Joe Smith Jr.? Anybody mention? Ain't nobody mentioned his name since. Not really. Well, it's somebody who did mention his name. What's his name? Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard has mentioned his name. And that's a good fight. That's a good fight. I like to see that. Anthony Yard say that Better Be slow, that he'll do this and that and the other to Better Be. Well, you're going to have to prove it if you get in the ring with him. Anthony Yard, is the fighter who got beat by Sergey Kovalev years ago. Which I think Anthony Yard was pushed too fast. Like I think Erickson Lubin was pushed too fast. But he went out there. He tried to hold his own. Unfortunately, the Crusher came in and crushed him later on in the fight. That's why I don't believe how in the hell y'all think Canelo actually could beat the Crusher. He had just beat Anthony Yard, a legitimate 175-pounder, and this boy big and muscular as hell, and knocked him down with a jab. And y'all think Canelo moving up from 160 is gonna beat a Sergey Kovalev, the man that then caught a body in the ring before? Sergey Kovalev caught a body in the ring. Y'all crazy. I give y'all that real deal boxing talk. I probably gonna got the biggest platform in the world, y'all. But when I get on here and I talk that boxing, man. Y'all know I ain't no dude that just sit up and been watching boxing when my favorite fighter start. I ain't no casual host, okay? Is that it's fake. He knocked out Kovalev but lost every round to Bivol. Come on. Exactly. Kovalev the same dude that knocked Bernard Hopkins out the ring. Like Joe Smith did. No, not out the ring, but beat up Bernard Hopkins. Canelo beat up Spence at 154. That shouldn't even be a hard one to even say. And I ain't hating on Spence. Man, Canelo would hit that boy one of them body. Man, nah. See, Spence wanted to use Canelo as a to run away from Crawford. Yeah, he wanted to use Canelo as a run away from Crawford, but Canelo wasn't paying Errol Spence no attention. He was trying his best too. He was trying his best. Canelo, please, please, Canelo. That ain't what Canelo was looking for. That's not what Canelo was looking for, y'all. Well, y'all, I've been on 51 minutes. Time for me to get off. I gotta go back to work, man. Do some little work. I ask that y'all please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. And once again, if you want to donate to the channel, baby, go to the description. Holla at your boy Easy. Stay tuned. I'm going to come back and give y'all some more Real Deal Boxing Talk probably tonight. As y'all see this video, you know, go in the comment sections. Tell me what y'all want to talk about. And we'll do that tonight. This your boy Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.